hard to expand. I mean, you can expand, the problem is not expanding. Expanding is easy, but defending against the 4 Fiend and 1 Statue, Lich, Death Knight push is almost impossible, okay? So the problem is not setting up an expansion, that's easy. The problem is like surviving the push that's inevitably going to come. And I believe on Northern Isles, Th000 didn't want to do exactly the same strategy that he did against 120 because it would have been predictable, because Happy obviously must have seen the replay, okay? So I believe that Happy was prepared to counter that expansion style by Th000 on Northern Isles. Also, I believe that Th000 was like, I got the claws already, it's impossible that I get the claws another time like I got against 120, so I'm gonna play 1 base. I still think it was a mistake, but if he did that, he must have had good reasons, right? He thought that was the best way to go, otherwise he would have played 2 bases. When you are playing tournament, you have to consider the surprise factor and you have to play those mind games. If you have played a strategy that worked for you against another player in a previous game and you try to repeat it again, it might not work for you because your opponent expects it. So again, Happy is doing a good job here, pulling the creeps on purpose and once again creating this situation of confusion, this chaotic situation that you don't want to have as human. Everything gets ensnared for you. You have to micro so many things, you have to tech. I don't know if Th000 at this point wanted to expand, but he saw what Happy was doing and he gave up on this. It might very well have been the case. And this game is unlike the Eco Isles game, which it was very good for Th000. It's already looking bad because on this map is not Eco Isles, there are not easy camps. Getting level 2 against an harassing Death Knight, which is even pulling the creeps, is extremely hard. So Th000 is losing a lot of time. And he doesn't have an expansion, that's the problem. So if you get delayed a little bit but you have an expansion, maybe you can still get away with it, but if you're playing 1 base, everything needs to be perfect for you. So if you're playing 1 base, you want to get your level 3 as soon as possible, you want to get your MK as soon as possible, you don't want to deal with this stuff in the early game, okay? So the Undead at this point already has like a solid 60% chance, 60-65% chance to win the game. Already, just because of this poison damage that has been spread all over those foodies, which forces you to make a shop that you don't want to make because, again, you're 1 base, so everything is expensive for you as human. You don't want to make the shop so early. You're still level 1. This DK is still dicking around here, basically unpunished. Now he has to retreat, that's finally a level 2. But we are almost 5 minutes into this game.
Our forces are under attack.
And Th000 is still on level 3. Happy though is still on level 2 as well. And Th000 somehow saved all of his foodies. Yes, they're damaged, but it's not that terrible. I mean, it's... At this point, like I said before, the Undead has 60-65% chances to win the game, but... in my opinion. But... the game is still open. I mean, a hero kill, good fight by the human might still turn around the game entirely. So, the game is still very open. Just Happy with the advantage. Okay, and now we have defend, which is something I noticed when I saw the live casting, and I liked it a lot. Because having defend allows you to creep only with foodie here, and you can be aggressive with the Archmage, but now there's a Lich, so you have to go away, can't do anything.
Our forces are under attack.
Arcane Sanctum, MK, so just standard 1 base human play.
Job's done.
But getting defend is not standard. Like when you go rifles,
Job done.
With human, you don't get defend usually.
Our forces are under attack.
Because it's very lumber expensive. Defend is a very good upgrade, but it costs a lot of lumber, so you can't really spam this upgrade every game. Even though now it's very good. After it got back to almost its former power. Okay, it was nerfed heavily in the past months. Now it got back to almost full power. I'm not sure exactly about the statistics of the defend upgrade, but it's pretty much comparable, let's say, to how it was before the previous nerf. So it does something. It's worth researching it, but it's just very expensive. You can see that the foodies aren't taking too much damage from these trolls, and that's thanks to the defend, otherwise they would just evaporate to this 21-25 damage from the trolls. This is level 3 for TH, it needs a big scroll of healing. The Shade is doing a good job scouting. And this was massive as well. When I saw this, I thought like, okay, here's... Now TH might actually have a chance, okay? He's stealing camps on the side of Happy. That's not supposed to happen. This is a massive camp. TH is getting this. MK is level 2. I think he's overstaying here with the Archmage. Again, you should prioritize MK level 3. As soon as you are level 2 Archmage, I feel like you should just always solo creep the MK. But maybe TH values the Brilliance Aura. Because level 4 Archmage is very important as well. If you have that additional mana regeneration, you have more bolts. So it's debatable, okay? But Happy got the red cam. Still not level 3 though. And TH scouted this movement from the undead. He decided not to go for the creepjack. He decides to prioritize the MK level 3, and I feel like if we want to find a mistake in TH000 play, this could be the K moment, guys, okay? So with the foodie or with the shade, with the what's the name? With the illusion, the Archmage illusion, he saw that the undead was creeping the red camp. He didn't do anything to creepjack, so he was like, no, I'm not gonna risk. Now, if you saw the game between Lane and Sock, you remember that Sock actually won the series, the game and the series, with an invisible Mountain King scouting a red camp creep, clapping, stealing the item, I believe. I don't remember if he stole the item, but anyways, clapping, creepjacking, killing essentially the orc with a creepjack thanks to an invisible Mountain King scout with boots of speed. That move, that single move, won him the game. And Lin had to GG out. TH could have done that or something like that, because at this point you are still stronger. You have rifles, you have MK, you have priests. But TH was probably scared of Happy's micro, because that's a lot of fiends. That's 5 fiends, 2 statues, so on the undead, if he micros properly, can do a lot with his army. But on paper you are stronger because you have rifles, priests, and MK, and water elementals, so you should beat these fiends. Because oh no, there's the orb already, okay. So I think the TH is respecting the orb here. I think TH didn't want to creepjack because he knew that there was the orb. Without the orb, I think you should creepjack. I don't see a reason not to creepjack. Lich without the orb, even if there are 5 fiends, you want to creepjack, because that's your power spike, your first power spike as human. When you have MK, rifles, bolt, that's when you're at your strongest. Because once the undead reaches tier 3, you're fucked, okay? That's the undead power spike. As human, you want to fight when you have the power spike, not when you're weak. So, if Epi didn't have the orb already, I feel like TH should have gone for the Creep Jack, but he probably saw the orb with the Archmage Illusion and he was like, no, I'm not gonna go for the Creep Jack. Now he's investing a lot of damage here to this Death Knight, but Happy's using the potion and TH lost all of his damage. And this is where TH is losing the game. He saves, well done, the Berserker with the staff, but he used all of his precious damage to the Death Knight. It got dodged with an Invu and TH lost everything here. And this is, guys, where he loses the game, okay? This camp. What could he have done to win the game? Like I said before, go for this Creep Jack. Go for this Creep Jack. I don't care how bad it goes, it's still gonna be better than fighting next to this Golem. Yes, you're not level 3 though. Maybe you still lose the game here. We can't talk about this, it's debatable. I'm not sure about that. But I'm just looking for alternatives, okay? What can you do to win this game? Because obviously the way he played it didn't win him the game, so... TH is confident he can get MK level 3. Yeah, that's also what I'm thinking. It makes sense what he did. I'm not sure that creep jacking in this case would be the right call, because like I said, you're against Undead, you always have to fight against Unholy Aura, so he's always faster than you. Sock, when he creep jack Lin, first he was against Orc and then he had Butsu speed. But still we have to look for alternatives. This play didn't work for him, so TH was trusting his MK, but his MK didn't work at all. He lost everything here. He's at 39, Happy's at 50. And this is not just any excellent micro or anything, I don't see any epic micro move here. I just see a human stubbornly focusing a Death Knight for no reason, because I would have done the same, let's be honest. I mean, every human would have done the same. You see the Death Knight is low HP, you just go for it, okay? Then this guy at the last minute pops the Invu and you're like, fuck, I'm fucked. Pretty much 99% of other humans would have done the same here. Just focus the Death Knight, go for the kill. But it didn't work, so... maybe go for the Creep Jack or don't engage here and leave the camp to the Undead. You cannot leave this camp to the Undead, but at the same time, if you have to lose your entire army for this camp, then it's better if you don't leave it. Because it's a big camp, it's a big map, you still have the red here, you still have the turtle.
Our forces are under attack.
And that's a lot of things. And now this is like the dream on that army, like level 3, 3, 2, double statue, 1-0 fiends. Your win conditions when you're playing rifles is you need to outnumber the undead. At least 10 supply, more than the undead, and then you might have a chance. You might still lose to level 3 Creep Lord, but there's no Creep Lord in this game, there's Dark Ranger, which is also good. You can actually get skeletons from the rifles. But at least there's not the massive disable of the level 2 Impale from the Crypt Lord. So, with mass rifles, you could beat Fiends. Rifles beat Fiends. If you have mass rifles versus mass Fiends. The problem is that this is mass Fiends versus no rifles, like only 4. So at this point, okay, what you saw guys live, at this point it's just TH holding on, it's just TH using all of his skill and experience to stay in a game that's lost already, okay, because he lost the game, in my opinion, he lost the game here already. So at this point, it's just TH staying in a game that is not supposed to win anymore, and doing his best, almost getting the Dark Ranger, actually getting the Dark Ranger with some very good micro, and getting one Fiend. So this is a good fight for TH, and this is why he didn't leave. You get 3 Fiend? I didn't remember this. So that was a sick engagement by Th000. I don't even know how he's winning this fight, I have no idea. But now he needs to get out. Now he needs to get out, and he's losing one rifle, one priest. Alright, this is where he's definitely losing this game, like, game over. He did so well, he killed 3 units, he got the Dark Ranger, but then he overextended. I mean, I believe no one would have done better than him, okay? No one would have done better than him in this situation at this point of the game. It's extremely hard because we saw the replay, slow motion, chilling, okay? When you're playing the actual game, everything happens so fast. But he did so well in the beginning of this fight. I feel like you have killed the Dark Ranger, you have killed the 3 Fiends, I believe, and maybe 1 Destroyer. Get the fuck out. Just, you've killed all of that, just get the fuck out. Maybe you TP, you will lose 1 unit, 1 priest, or 1 rifle, but that's it. He overstayed, he kept trading, and he lost everything. And now he's even going to lose the Paladin. Only level 1, but that's more experience. You are 1 base, you don't have gold. And now, Happy is still comfortably at 50, even if he lose all of the units, and TH is at 40. So somehow, with some micro, he was able to almost turn this game around, TH was, with the Dark Ranger kill and the triple field kill. But then he overextended, he kept trading, he forgot that you cannot trade evenly against Undead, even if you are TH, with 1 base. He kept fighting, and he lost everything. And now you don't legit have the gold to do anything. Is that, look at this. Everything is so expensive, even flying machines at this point are expensive. 100 gold that you don't want to use for a unit that dies almost instantly. TH desperately trying to do some long distance mining. This super scary undead army with 4 fiends, scary heroes, double destroyer, like.
Our town is under siege.
Of course you keep fighting because the tournament is extremely important. You give your very best, you don't leave. I think if Th000 watches this replay, he's gonna be very upset for what he did. First, what he did here, when he lost half of his army to try and kill a DK, and then what he did here, where he was doing so well, but then he didn't TP out, he stayed too longer, and those 15 seconds too long that he stayed costing him the game again. Maybe he would have still lost. If he town portals out, he might have still lost, but at least it would be at 45 food. You can go at 55, maybe even 60, and then with a 60 food army you can try and beat the undead. You have type 3, you have inner fire. He never reached his ideal army, because he never had the gold for that. All of this game he was just replacing units.
Forces are under attack.
The units that he lost. He was just busy replacing the units that he lost. And yeah, somehow he takes an amazing fight here. He gets a level 4 MK. He lost the Paladin is still alive somehow with militia, with I don't know, I mean I don't know how he's still alive here really. I feel like militia did a lot of good work. But this is a 165 mana leech. Infinite mana, level 3 Dark Ranger. Copters just get webbed. At this point all you have to do as the undead is don't lose your heroes. The job is done. The hard part has been done. The hard part of the work has been done. Now we have inner fire, but we don't have the supply anymore. And the Dark Ranger with those silences is so annoying. I actually don't know what is more painful to fight, if a Dark Ranger or a Crit Lord. Probably Dark Ranger. Because the disable of the silence is really messy. I mean, as human, you rely on your spells, on your bolts and holy lights against undead. If you can't use them because you're silenced, it kind of fucks up all of your timing. It really does. And TH got a good item, okay? He got the Wand of Mana Stealing, which is what allowed him to kill the Dark Ranger. Because basically with the Wand of Mana Stealing, he was able to make the Death Knight out of the fight, and he used the time to kill the Dark Ranger. But I believe he used the last charge here. And now he's just happy sieging the base. Happily. And Paladin never reached level 3 in this game. But at this point, even if it's level 3 Paladin, it doesn't matter. GG. So well played by